Now, Dr. Hendry is going to deliver the lecture on in the NAAC and National Education Policy. Dr. Hendry is the academic deputy director of our college, and he delivers similar lectures at the other colleges. So I thought that our people they are knowing the things, okay, and we have the experience of all these education. Why not to utilize their talent, expertise in the initial phase? If required, we will involve expert. Therefore, we have a very good team. Dr. Sahu is delivering, Dr. Hillary is delivering, few more are there. Okay. In-house इतना अच्छा है हमारे पास, so he also accepted my request and he is going to guide for you. Now with this, what we can call an introduction and talk. Thank you. So good morning. I think sir has given a very nice introduction and created a good background for my beginning, because most of the parts which I am supposed to cover, sir has given a nice introduction related to the Washington Accord, the necessity of accreditation, difference between NAAC and NBA. Few of the things I'm also going to cover. But before I start, I understand that there are many senior faculty members sitting over here. You have worked earlier also in the NAAC processes. Presently also you are working at different criteria, and you have some more knowledge about the entire process. Still, why this session has been arranged, sir has briefed that we want to once again relook to all these particular things, because some of the faculty members, they might have worked for a particular criteria. They don't know what is happening in other criteria, what is happening at the institute level, what is happening at the department level. So we will start right from the simple thing, what is accreditation, why, what are the benefits, some of the benefits are highlighted, a few more I am going to tell you. So all these aspects we will try to relook once again. Many of the things might be known to us, but we will revisit them and we will try to clear the things. If you would like to add a few more things which I might have missed here, the forum will be always open. You can add so that everybody will get everything related to the NAAC, and then I will also proceed towards the national education policy. This is the brief outline what I am going to cover in today's session. I will start from the accreditation. First, one or two parts already briefed by the sir. More angle I will put it for accreditation, what, why, and how. Then a little overview of the NAAC, their processes, the different criteria, and how, what is expected from that particular criteria that I will show. Another important term that I will put is the importance of IQAC, that is internal quality assurance, which is the heart of the whole NAAC process. So, what the role that IQAC is playing, what is expected from this IQAC, and how it supports the systems that we have defined in the NAAC that I am covering. Then, next three parts, the role of teacher in the accreditation process. What is expected from a teacher? Few things has been highlighted by the sir, but I will try to give you the entire review overview from all criteria, what a teacher is expected to do in the whole accreditation process. Then slowly I will also tell you the requirements, the preparations that need to be carried out at the department level. The summary from all 7 criteria I will present. What are the expectations by the NAAC committee visit? The institute level awareness, what we are doing at the institute level, the variety of activities that we have shown in the different criteria, that I will try to cover, and in the end, I will give a brief overview of national education policy and this NAP 2020, particularly for higher education. What are the recommendations which are generally every faculty should know, that I will try to cover in my presentation. So, now coming down to the next part. What is the role of teacher in the accreditation? But prior to that, I would like to define the role of teacher from outcome-based education perspective. Because as sir has mentioned that for accreditation purpose, now we have moved from output-based education to outcome-based education. So what is the expectation from the teacher in the outcome-based education, and how this expectation is mapped with the different NAAC criteria or NBA criteria that I will try to tell you. So automatically this slide or the next 2-3 slides will give you that what benefit a faculty is going to get through entire process of accreditation. So these are different roles of the faculty. Every day we are playing. We are multifaceted personality, right? We are resource provider, we are doing counselor, assessor, monitor, experimenter, researcher, role model, everything which is mentioned here in our day-to-day life. We came across this multifaceted personality of a teacher. Now, what is expected in the outcome-based education from the teacher? 4 important points, and based upon these 4 or 5 points, how the criteria have been defined by the Washington Accord or by the NBA and NAAC. So, all these particular things that I will try to explain. What is expected from the faculty? Very first thing, basic qualification. Right? Faculty should earn the desired qualification which is required for the educational. And it is not only the qualification, but quality in earning that particular qualification. Doing the PhD is not sufficient, but doing the quality PhD is the important aspect expected in the outcome-based education. So, qualification, relationship with the institution, right? How you are devoted with the processes defined by the institute, how you are following them rigorously, so that all comes under relationship with the institution. Continuing concern with teaching learning process. I have defined my course plan 10 years back, and the same if I am following for next 10 years, this is not the improvement in the continuous teaching learning process, right? Every year we should focus what innovative methodologies, what innovative techniques, what innovative experiments that we are putting in our teaching learning process that is expected in the outcome-based education. Engaging in knowledge production. Engaging in knowledge production that is related to research and development outcomes, right? How you engage in order to enrich your knowledge, and how your enriched knowledge will give the production in terms of outcome of the research, publications, patents, copyright, research projects. This is all what production from the knowledge that we have earned, and you must be a continuous learner, because a teacher has to be a long life learner, continuous learner. That is what is expected in the outcome-based education. Now, if I try to map all these things within that criteria or even NBA criteria, they get completely applicable for both the accreditation process. Outcome expectation from faculty. If I focus on teaching and learning, innovation, innovative methods, many times we write them in the SSR, but we do not able to produce at the time of visit, right? So what innovative techniques, innovative methods, I'll also show you in my next slide what are the different innovative methods that we are implementing. We know them, but we could not able to map them at right position. Innovations, best practices, understanding of OBE, and that session which is going on by Dr. Saucer is only focusing on OBE, understanding the outcome-based education, how to define CO, how to define PO, how to map them, how to find out the entire outcome of your teaching learning process. So that is one aspect, teaching and learning. Next is knowledge enhancement program. So you are getting good opportunity in participating in the knowledge enhancement program. You take participation in FDP, STTP, you attend MOOCs, lot many things that we are doing, and everything is mapped with certain outcomes mentioned in the accreditation process. Then academic research, no doubt focus on the publications, quality publications, publications in the index journal that is expected. You publish books, book chapter, monograms. How many PhD you have guided, that is also important in the entire outcome-based education. Sponsored research, how many sponsored research you got from industry, from the research organization, how much funding that you have with you through the sponsored research. After earning all these particular knowledge programs, what is the outcome of this knowledge program? The development activities, product development, then research laboratory, instructional material that you develop, the working models that you develop, all these things which is the outcome of what the knowledge that you have earned.
consultancy and interaction with outside the world. If you try to compare all the 7 criteria that I have shown it to you, everything gets marked over there. So what I want to say here, that teacher is the most important factor or the stakeholder of any educational institute, because it touches all these aspects, and if teacher could able to give the expected outcome from the OBE point of view, no doubt all these accreditations and accreditation processes they become very simple for any particular educational institute. So these are outcomes expected from the faculty. Now, some of the points which are very important when the NAAC visit is going to be there. When the NAAC visit is going to be there, what bare minimum the faculty should know, that points have been enlisted. Most of them they are already known to you. But as it is mentioned by sir, that if the course file has been asked, show only that particular course file, don't show anything extra. Though my list is quite vast, but it is not expected that every faculty should try to showcase each and everything to the committee. What is being asked to you, be specific to your question, but backend, you require this much amount of preparation, so that any question which, if it is asked to you, you will be in a position to answer that particular question. Initial points, vision and mission of the institute. It has been displayed everywhere in the classroom, in the laboratory. So that must be known to every faculty member. We define vision and mission at the institute level. We define vision and mission at the department level. So if you could not able to reproduce the entire vision as it is, but the important keywords from that vision and mission, you must able to reproduce if the committee insists you or ask you about that. Course file, personal file, we have done not many sessions in verification of the course file. What they will see in the course file? In the course file, they are interested to see what innovative things are in that particular file. Which innovative teaching methodology you have deployed for your particular subject. Which innovative experiment you added in your laboratory manual. So they are interested in all these particular things. Rest of the things, they are just as per the index. You are putting your academic calendar, your timetable and everything. But they will try to find out what innovative thing is been present while delivering that particular course or that particular subject. They are interested to look through your course file, that particular thing. Personal file, also we have provided the index. You should prepare the personal file, your own achievements there, you should put over there. Then teacher guardian file. Once again, teacher guardian file should maintain the record of the students. But what is expected there? Have you identified slow learners through this teacher guardian scheme? Have you evaluate? Have you find out that these students are slow learners? And what action that you have taken on these slow learners, that is expected in TG file. Otherwise, whatever the data that you are providing is immaterial unless and until you do not able to focus your efforts. The outcomes of the teacher guardian as an identification of slow learner, identification of fast learner, what special facilities that you have provided for the fast learner. We are doing it, but that record should be reflected in your teacher guardian file. Use of ICT in teaching, right? We have claimed so many things in the SSR that we are using ICT tools. But what are the different ICT tools that we are using? Whether ICT tool does not mean that we are using projector in the classroom. Right? This is one of the things, but we use virtual labs. We show them in the YouTube lectures. Our faculty creates YouTube videos, the courses on different platforms, and they are being deployed to the students. So all these parts, it comes under the use of ICT in teaching. Innovative teaching learning pedagogy. I will show you a separate slide on this particular thing. What pedagogy that you are following for the teaching learning process. Apart from that, in the course file, they are interested to see what you have covered content beyond the curriculum. In curriculum, these many aspects are defined, but what are special efforts you have taken to deliver beyond the content in the laboratory part also or in the theory part also. Awareness of COPO, PSO, PO. Most of the times it happens that PSO, O stands for, or PSO stands for Program Specific Outcomes, and PEO, O stands for Objectives, right? Many times we have confusion, right? whether this O is objective or outcome. But if you understand the process, that we start from vision, then mission, then we define PO, then PSO, then CO, POs are already been defined by NBA. So these smaller things you should understand. Awareness about NEP and outcome-based education, which for NEP I will cover, and in outcome-based education, Saucer will cover all this particular awareness. If you are a lab in charge, fundamentally what you should have with you. Many of the things they are already been covered earlier, but I'm just repeating that if you are in the lab, you must have a lab manual. Lab manual must contain at least one innovative experiment. Apart from the experiment defined in the curriculum, you should be able to justify that these are 8 experiments in the curriculum. The 9th I am taking, which is innovative. Then the lab manual must have course objectives. If they are not defined in the curriculum separately for the lab, you can simply copy it for the theory course, but your lab manual must have course objectives, right? Then sample assess journal. Now what they expected from sample assess journal? They will just try to ensure that you are following continuous evaluation process. Your all experiments are not checked on a one day by curly bracket and signed with a date. They have been assessed regularly after the completion of each and every experiment, right? You do the continuous evaluation as per the policies that you have defined for the evaluation of the practicals, right? You could be able to reproduce them. What are the rubrics for giving the marks for TAE? What are the rubrics to give the mark in CAE or in other activities that you conduct? So all these rubrics, they must be known to you. Dates of register, timetable, utilization of lab, major equipment, they are by default available. You should ensure just its availability. List of softwares, license details, maintenance register, and the process of maintenance, which I mentioned. Many of the times we could not able to recall what is the process of maintenance, or something is written in the SSR, and something we might have followed differently, right? So you should be able to reproduce that particular thing. Demo of experimental setups, display of innovative projects, and all SOPs, standard operating processes, which we follow at the institute level, which we have defined in the SSR. We are following, but we should be able to reproduce them. We should know them as a laboratory preparation. Now, this is what innovative teaching learning process. We mentioned it in the SSR. We are also following, but we could not able to correlate sometimes what is meant by experiential learning, what is meant by active learning, what is meant by technology enhanced learning. So technology enhanced learning is the use of ICT tools. So what we use, we offer MOOC courses to the student. We learn through the MOOC courses, simulation tools, virtual lab, online learning, video capturing system, Imparters we were using for last 2 years of the video capturing system. Now we record our lectures on WebEx also, right? So all these are technology enhanced learning. Project based learning, industry sponsored project, research projects, project internship, active learning, which is seminar, webinar, design competition, peer teaching we implement every year, and we got a very good success for this peer teaching scheme in last 4 years. Experiential learning, learning through experience. It's called as experiential learning. So technical festivals, workshops, industry site visits, internship, industry-based training, all these are the aspects they covered in experiential learning, right? So all these innovative teaching learning processes we follow, and we have claimed them in the SSR. Some of the preparations we expect at the department level and then at the institute level. Department level, HOD must provide a department profile so that the entire one page gist of the department, it should be with the HOD. Then academic plan, continuous evaluation process, future plan of action. So what is your future plan for next 5 years? If this question comes, you must have at least 1 or 2 points with you that this is my future plan. This I am going to implement, like that. Some wall magazines showing the activities of the student. Your department has student association, so there must be a formal board for the student association, the activities that you conduct through that student association, departmental budget, PTA interactions, all these are the fundamental things required and expected. Laboratory preparation, once again, DSR, maintenance register, consumable register. They should be available in the laboratory. If you have shown a center of excellence, you will be able to reproduce the details of the center of excellence. How you got the center of excellence, either by from funding agency or it has been funded by the management. What activities you conduct under center of excellence, what innovative projects that you have done under this center of excellence. Then all these things should be there. Another very important thing, departmental library. Right? Every department has a department library, so that is to be highlighted. Project library, laboratory, display of the innovative projects, faculty and student achievements. All these are very common things available almost everywhere in the department. Alumni meet and funding related information, research data, research outcome data. Though it is present at the central part, at the department also we have all these particular things. Skill development programs, academic audits, stakeholder feedback, IIT, NIT lectures. So many things that we are doing. It's documental evidence. It should be available over there. Now this is what we claim in SSR, and it must be known to every faculty member that what are the best practices we deploy at the institute level and how we are implementing it every year. So there are two ways. One, IQAC has proposed certain best practices which we have implemented in last 5 years, and general best practices at the institute level. IQAC in criteria 6 we claim that particular thing, and in criteria 7 we claim the below two practices. So what are the best practices? First is awareness about emerging technologies and skill development process. The faculty members who were present 2 years back, BSS program might be known to you. So what is BSS? Basically it's a brainstorming session, but expected for skill development skills. So what we have done in this process, in this best practice, we identify the curriculum gap. It starts from identification of the curriculum gap. Once you identify the curriculum gap, you try to find out the skills required for different companies or for different job profiles for that particular subject or department. Then we try to map the skills of the faculty with the skills required. Once we have mapped this particular thing, we have given a training to the faculty so that the faculty will get these particular skills. Once the faculty has acquired a skill, we have tried to map these skills to the students, and through the skill development programs, we are trying to implement this skilling to the students through this particular entire process. That is what the first IQAC best practice that we have proposed. Second is industry-institute interaction, where our USP is 6-month internship. So that internship, then we have conducted GHR Connect program, industry projects, all these things related to the industry-institute interaction, we try to showcase in the secondary practice. Then 2 more best practices we have suggested in criteria number 7, that is multi-dimensional personality development of students. Now related to the communication skill, GP2 is foreign languages, GP3 is related to hobby classes or hobby models, GP4 is advanced communication skills, GP5 is entrepreneurship skills, GP6 is research methodology. Right? So all these aspects we try to cover. By that way, we are focusing on multi-dimensional personality development of the student. So this is what the correlation with the best practice. Next is capturing every opportunity for grooming curiosity of every student. So what is your focus? Your focus is what? Our students take participation in different events. They got good prizes or appreciations in the different participation. So all this what? Capturing every opportunity for grooming curiosity of every student. So it covers not only co-curricular but extracurricular aspects also. So all sort of opportunities have been achieved by the student that has been showcased in the best practice part. I have covered almost many things from this slide, so I will just not go. Institute level awareness. So this is also known to all faculty members that how our institute functions. What is the organogram of our institute? This is known by many people, but still few of the committees which are not known, I just try to highlight. We have a chairman, we have a governing body, we have a director, deputy director. All these particular things they are running with centralized institutional bodies. So what are those bodies? Academic Council, Research Advisory Committee, College Development Committee, Board of Studies, College Examination Committee, and we run the entire functioning of the organization through all these particular committees. This is the ornogram of the institution given in the SSR. And these are the bodies with which we function. Many of them are known to you: Governing Body, Academic Council, College Development Committee, Board of Studies, Research Advisory Committee, IQSC, Internal Quality Assurance Cell, Department Advisory Committee. Every department has a Department Advisory Committee. We have claimed it in the SSR. College Examination Cell, Industry Institute Interaction, Training and Placement, Entrepreneurship Development. Apart from that, few other committees. They might not be known to all faculty members. Anti-ragging is known to us. Internal Complaint Committee is also known to us. Grievance Redressal Committee we have for student. Then we have Finance Committee, Minority Committee. Being our institute is a minority institute, we have a minority committee. We have SC/ST cell, we have OBC cell, we have College Discipline Committee. Right? All these cells and their constitution is available on our website. Then some of the infrastructure preparations, I will not take this is at the administration part. Yes. So I will just okay. Apart from that, this is again the faculty who might have joined newly and they are not much knowing about the institute level. So we run certain student clubs. So which are the clubs that we run? Ethical Hacking Club, Robotic Club, Happiness Club, Fine Art and Craft, Renewable Energy, Drama, Music and Yoga. These are all different student clubs that we run. If something is remaining, you may also add newly clubs which are started, but these are just plain in the SSR. Hobby models. So I mentioned general proficiency course, right? So which covers the hobby models: yoga and pranayama, photography, guitar, synthesizer, painting, music, singing, skating, harmonium, dancing, tabla, karate, all that. Okay. Now another most important thing. We very rarely visit library, right? We very rarely visit our library. So what our library is having, not only books, apart from books, we have our own software for the library whose name is SoftLib. OPAC also we are using in the library. We have subscriptions from Delnet. So Delnet provides so many free e-books in the platform and certain journals. We have IEEE. We have ASME, ASE, we have association with NDL, that is National Digital Laboratory. We have Procast subscription. We have free subscription from Show the Sindhu and Show the Ganga, and lot many ebooks are available in the library, and we have all claimed them in the SSR.